How you doing? This is Steven. I'm out here on a great Shelby County, Kentucky farm, super close to Louisville, Simpsonville, Shelbyville. Just even, I think it took me maybe 15 minutes to get here from J-Town, so it's hard to find hunting land. It's going to be a lot of crops, just the right kind of woods cutting through. Here I'm at the back, and just to give you a little idea of how it lays, got a good draw coming up right here. Croplands hooking there. Good woods all along this way here, and they kind of dart in and out like this right here. There are some gates. It was fenced from where there was some cattle here, but the property line does go into the woods, usually to the bottom of the draw right there. So you've got even bigger woods on that side, and this is your typical Shelby County land, just enough woods and draws around to make the high deer population run around and get big. A lot of big estate type lots. That big lake is off of it, but you do see that'll have plenty of water here as well. So you've got just enough woods, you've got crops, you've got water. The fingers between the crops look like they're plenty thick as well. They've got a lot of feathered edges and things like that. So it is what it is. It'll be a good place. Really hard to find any land here. Be your usual good Shelby County deer population. This is Steven. If you're interested, hit me up. Was an old cattle farm, so like I said, there are fences that are on the edge of the field, but it's not the property line per se. Here's what a lot of the woods look like that are on the other side, and there's even an old set of even older fence kind of right there. And just reference the map. But here's looking up one of the draws. And this is a finger that sticks out. There's more croplands over there. And again, there's one of these gates you can kind of get in and out of. That's another property, but you got croplands coming in there, some right there. So this is a great area. Here's what some of the tips. This is one of the draws you can see on the aerial. So again, lots of good cover. They're gonna have so much to eat, but there'll be plenty of cover to get you a few good hunting spots. To look at how the various wooded fingers cut across the property. Plenty thick, plenty of areas for deer travel and bedding. Looks nice and thick in there, wide enough, and lots of crops. There's about 4 or 5 of these, the various thicknesses going on back. See along one of the edges here, there's a lot of these red gates where you can get into the woods. Right there, there's actually 3 just right here in this corner alone. And you see what I was saying earlier, here's how some of the wood fingers are. They come up from the bigger woods. They've got a lot of good grasses that kind of grow around the sides, provide good feathered edge cover. Like this right there, you can see where it's all kind of grown up on the sides. Typical for Shelby County deer population, usually very big deer. As I mentioned before, the woods that are here tend to have good thickety and brushy understories, so again, provides good cover and pops up in the middle of these crop fields like this. There's a good thick draw right there. It's both wide and it's got a lot of scrub under it. It's got good structure as well. It's got a couple little fingers that even jut off of it there. You can see them from space, or actually from the satellite, or I mean the aerial. Hey, how are you doing? I'm doing this video and I'll include it more than likely, but just wanted to check out some part of the end of this big lake. Is on the property, but the big lake there is off the property. But there's fencing down there, and some of this little swampy end. I'll go back and look at the maps. But you know, I don't know if somebody wanted to do something with it. I assume a little fishing. The big deer trail right here. You can see coming on up from, it's nice and thick through here on the edges where the crops are. It's looking back this way. Got various little rows. These are a couple of the thinner ones, but you do see there's plenty of feathering. It's typical for Shelby County. Oh, there's some ducks flying out of it right there. I think I just stirred them up. Here they go. Ah, there's another one right there. Oh, well, there goes a bunch right there. And yeah, I figured there would be a lot of ducks in this little part, but there is a house right there, so yeah, I don't know how. Yeah, unfortunately, probably wouldn't work out too well, but I don't know, maybe some fishing or whatnot. But it's just, you know, typical, good for wildlife, good Shelby County. It's always going to have wildlife pretty much everywhere you look. A lot of suburbanites on big lots that don't really hunt and do things like that. So the deer, you can check it historically. There's a lot of deer and they're really big all throughout the county. There's just not a terrible lot of hunting.